girl.
Hi. Would you bring back a Wuhan festival?
Mabuhay Festival, could you explain?
The Wuhan festival is usually the main event that they do in the fall, and it's for like when you bring in people to sing, and it's a pretty big event. We didn't have it this year though, so would you be willing, or would you bring that back next year?
I'll look into it, and if it seems that it's something that's in the interest of everybody, then yes, definitely. Kristen?
So in the past, or like ate kuya ating, it's been a really close relationship.
Right.
However, this year I feel like it wasn't as close knit. How would you improve that for next year? Because you are in charge of the pairings.
I agree with you. I feel like this semester, well, it's my only semester, but that it was like just a title that like we shared with each other. I would probably promote like events like where we could compete like with sibling clusters, because I know that there's lines now. Like it's not just you have one ate or like one kuya, but people have relationships that they've built throughout the years, or it's been like I got 2 ates this year. But anyways, yeah, it would be like an incentive program how PACM House was set up, and maybe at the end they could win like best sibling pair. Okay, Andrew?
You mentioned the fact of trying to get general members involved maybe in planning formal or maybe other events.
Right.
In the past, that's been quite a difficult thing to do, to attract general members in planning events. How would you encourage people or address the issue of having general members not like have a low turnout in those fields, trying to plan events?
Oh, I see what you mean, because the GM, right, was a pretty low turnout. So how would I attract people to come in? Food. Next. Everybody loves food.
I don't know if it's so much this year, but there's always been a perception in the past few years that Troy Phi, especially with the general meetings, can get repetitive year to year as far as doing the same thing. Do you have any ideas to either switch that up, or how would you plan to, I guess, address that issue?
We could probably have like a suggestion box from like newer members as well, because they have fresher ideas.
You mentioned in your speech that there are a lot of cliques in Troy Phi. So
Right.
do you have any new event ideas that can promote unity rather than
Right.
splitting people up?
Okay, so I was thinking about that and how we have like our ating, and we have our 4 families. If we could bridge it somehow with another like affiliation. I haven't thought of one exactly yet, but just mixing it up. Like maybe starting a new family where people's interests are different, rather than having like the same people in this group and so forth. Jordan?
Do you consider Troy Phi a business or an organization?
I consider it an organization.
And why?
Well, I don't feel like we do things for profit, even though there's not. Yes, I don't think we do things for profit, and I feel like businesses are motivated in profit, but we're more for like unity and awareness and making a presence in the community. Kristen?
Oh,
I'm done.
no.
Oh, you're not.
You have one more question.
Right. Chris.
So you mentioned about like making agendas. That is one role of like programming, is sort of trying to or have some sort of structure over the general meetings. Reflect a little bit on what you thought of the general meetings this year in terms of like how they were run, and I guess how you would improve them.
Well, okay, so every meeting was like a different kind of thing. Like we had a theme. games, while there were some like boring ones. I guess like just not boring, but it was more focused on the after event. And going to eBoard this past or last Sunday, I saw how you guys came up with things or like planned it, and wait, what was the question?
Just I guess what did you think of how meetings were structured this year, and how would you improve them if you think there's a need to improve them?
I felt like it was rigid and fluid. Like Kristen was good at making sure we kept going with the time limits. Maybe opening the floor to like other things other than like e-board. I don't know. Anyone else?
That's all we have time.
That's all.